In addition to moving my object, I also have the option to resize, which is make it bigger and smaller. I can do that with the handles, or I can do that with something called the scale tool. There are a number of object editing tools under the free transform tool, which looks like a triangle sticking out of a box. So the ones I'll point out are the rotate tool, which allows you to change the rotation of your object. The scale tool, which allows you to resize your object. And finally, the shear tool, which changes the shape of the object on a diagonal plane. So those tools can be used to modify the objects. Again, I'm going to hit Control-Z to get my original star back here. I want to point out the reference points. This allows me to select which point of my object those tools are acting on. So for example, if I wanted to rotate my star around the center instead of the upper left-hand corner, if I click the center box of this little 9-square grid in my control panel, now when I go to the rotate tool and I go to rotate my star, you can see that it's rotating from the center, whereas when I selected it before, I had the upper left-hand corner selected. Now my rotate tool is rotating that star around the upper left-hand corner. So that can be an easy shorthand to set the point of the object that you want to manipulate. You can also use that when you're moving an object. So for example, when I set it to a setting of an X value of 0.5 inches and a Y value of 0.5 inches, which refer to the ruler settings at the top and side. If I now have the center reference point selected, and I set that to 0.5, and 0.5, you'll see now my center of my object is located at that position.